Hi, Madison Church family. My name is Rachel VerWys, and I serve as an elder at our congregation and also the last few months as the point person for the COVID-19 phase-in task force. I want to give you an update on where we are at with guidelines for our congregation and what we have to look forward to in the fall season. As you know, we formed this task force to help us mitigate risk as we faced a health pandemic in our community and across the globe. This has been a challenging season to navigate. We have all faced loss and grief in some shape or form. Some of you have even gotten sick with this illness, and others are mourning the loss of loved ones. We lament this brokenness in this season. And we are a people who lament based in hope greater than ourselves, that we know we serve and love a God who sees us, knows our pain, and promises to be faithful. During this time, we have faced many challenges, unknowns, and questions. We've created guidelines for our congregation with a group of cross-sector leaders, from scientists to social workers to ministry staff. We want these guidelines to help us as a community respect the virus and also follow our mission as Christ followers, to love God and love each other. So in the next few months, we will continue to see change, and we hope improvement in health outcomes. Geographically, our community, where our buildings are located in the 49507 zip code, had the greatest numbers of COVID cases, and so we proceeded with caution during the last couple months. Also, our geographic cluster of churches, known as classes, decided during this time that we would wait until phase 5 of the state's reentry guidelines to worship again in person in our buildings. We are not there yet. We hope soon we will be. So during this time, we have encouraged creativity and reimagining how we gather as a congregation. And what I love is that I've heard many stories of new connections with neighbors in the driveway across from each other, conversations with coworkers, talking about the hope we have as we navigate grief and unknown circumstances in our lives. Ways that people have connected in a park, playing games, or sharing time with each other and studying scripture. We are in a season with our church across the United States as well in the faith community of recognizing that God is alive and active, and we get to listen to the spirit of how we might reimagine the way we've done church. We anticipate new gatherings coming up shortly with each site doing outdoor worship gatherings. Stay tuned to hear more about those. We also want to thank you for how you have asked questions, engaged, and been patient as we've gone through the last few months. Our decisions have been based on faith, science, and prayer. Even as we don't have all the answers, we trust in this uncertainty that the Spirit will continue to lead us and guide us as we make decisions about using our building with small gatherings and tangibly showing ways of love and support for our community during this time. This has been a unique and difficult season. A few weeks ago, my daughter was having a hard time going to sleep, and I could tell she was agitated and upset, and finally she burst into tears. And I asked her what was wrong. And she simply said, "Mom, why doesn't COVID go away? God can make anything go away." And I think her question, her faith as a child, is probably what we've all asked in the back of our minds and hearts is, why can't this just stop? When the emotions have been overwhelming or the stress seems too much to handle, we cry out to God, please see us. And we will continue to lament the grief and the loss. And we acknowledge that we love a God who isn't shaken by our questions and our wondering, and instead invites us by faith to seek Him. So again, I want to thank you for navigating this with us. May we continue to have patience and care and concern for one another so that our community is known as one that loves each other well, that serves those who are vulnerable during this time, and together take steps of faith forward in this season. God bless, and grace and peace to you.